of you. Today we will study grammar chapter number 15, past continuous tense. Now children, first we will recall the last chapter. What was our last chapter? Yes, chapter number 14, past tense, the simple past tense. Yes, in that what we have learned? Yes, we have learned that the action or the activity which has started in the past and ended in the past, or we can say that action had already happened, that action is known as past tense. Yes, today we will learn about past continuous tense. Okay, now first we will see what is past that we have seen. Now we will see the second word continuous. Now what does the word continuous means? Ongoing process. The action which is ongoing, that action is known as continuous. But it should be in past. So we can say that past continuous tense. Now let's see one example. The farmer was working at 6 o'clock yesterday evening. Okay. Now we are talking about yesterday. Then also we can say that this action is in past continuous tense. Why? Because we are talking about yesterday, but at that time this action was going on. This action was continuing. So we can say that past continuous tense. We use past continuous tense to say that somebody was in the middle of doing something at a certain moment in the past. Now let's see what is the difference between present and past. First of all, we can take one example. My name is John and I am standing in front of you talking. So this action is happened just now. Yes, it is ongoing. But if I say that I was watching TV at 10 p.m. yesterday, this action is in past. But this action, watching TV, was ongoing. At that time, I was watching. My action, my activity was to watch the TV. That was going on. So it is past continuous tense. Because as I am talking about yesterday, so it is past, but at that time the action was going on. So we can say that it is in past continuous tense. This describes an event of duration in the past. Yes, the event was in past. It talks about what we are doing at particular time in the past. So, children, past continuous tense means it talks about what we are doing at a particular time in the past. Now, let's take another example. She was playing tennis at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Here we are talking about yesterday, we are talking about past. But at that time, we are talking that she was at that time playing tennis. So this sentence is known as past continuous tense. Next example. Mr. Bean was studying in his office at 10 p.m. last night. Here again we are talking about last night, but at that time, Mr. Bean was studying. So that action was going on at that time, last night, 10 p.m. So we can say that it is in past continuous tense. Anna was reading a book at this time, yesterday afternoon. So this time means just now it is 12 o'clock or 10 o'clock, anything. But yesterday 10 o'clock, Anna was reading a book. Yes, so the action we are talking about past, but at that time it was going on. It is going on. So we can say that that action is in past continuous tense. Now let's see another example. He was dreaming at 3 o'clock last night. Yes, this is also in past continuous tense, as it is in past, but at that time the action was going on. Time expression past continuous tense. Granddad was sleeping yesterday at 8 o'clock. While Bart was playing, someone stole his money. I was trying to fly when it began to rain. Mo was working while Hammer was skating. When I was working, the police arrived. So, children, in all the sentence you have seen that the action is happening in the past, but at that time the action was going on. So we can use past continuous tense. Time expression while, as, when. While the band was playing, a mobile phone rang. Yes, so we use while, as, when in past continuous tense. Use of past continuous tense. We use the past continuous tense to say that an action was in progress at a specific time in the past. The action had already started at this time but had not finished. Yes, so what we are saying that it is in progress at specific time in the past. Progress means continuous. It was going on. At 5 p.m. yesterday, it was raining. So we are talking about specific time at 5 p.m. At that time, which action was going? Raining. So the progress or the action or the continuity or the process is ongoing at the specific time. That action is known as in past continuous tense. We use at that time past continuous tense. We use the past continuous tense to say that an action was in progress at every moment during a period of time. For example, yesterday she was sitting at her desk at work all day. Here she was working and sitting in working in at 8 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., etc. Means it was at every moment she was sitting at her desk and working. Yes, so we can use past continuous tense when the action is in progress at every moment during the period of time that is known that time we use past continuous tense. We use the past continuous tense together with the past simple. Past continuous refers to a longer or background action that was in progress to indicate that a longer action in the past was interrupted. The past simple refers to a shorter action that interrupted longer action or happened in the middle of it. Yes, this sentence shows that the past tense has shorter action and past continuous has longer action or background action. For example, John's daughter was sleeping when he called her at 8 p.m. He called is called means past tense, that is shorter action, but was sleeping means it was ongoing, and that time we will use past continuous tense. Next, We use the past continuous tense to say that an action in the past was temporary. Sarah was waiting for her friend for 20 minutes yesterday. So that action is temporary. Okay, so at that time we will use past continuous tense. To describe regular habits of the past or to show that an action happened repeatedly in the past. For example, we were always looking forward to the opportunity to go out together. Here, the action is regular, action happened repeatedly in the past, or we can say it is regular habit. At that time, we use past continuous tense. It also used to show change or growth. For example, they were beginning to enjoy their vacation by the second day. Here, there is change. To show the change, we use past continuous tense. Now, formation of past continuous tense. Was plus ing or were plus ing. We use I plus was plus verb plus ing form of the verb. You, we, they plus verb plus ing form of the verb. He, she ate plus was plus ing form of the verb. So the formation is subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb. The past simple and the past continuous do not mean exactly the same. For example, when Mary arrived, we were having dinner. When Mary arrived, we had dinner. Now you can see the difference that one first sentence shows that when Mary arrived, when Mary came, at that time they all were having dinner, they were taking dinner, the dinner was going on. But in second sentence you can see that when Mary arrived, when Mary came, they had already finished their dinner. So it does not mean the same. When he arrived, they had dinner. When he arrived, they were having dinner. Now, what is the difference between these two sentences? First sentence shows that they have already completed their dinner, and second sentence shows that the dinner is going on, the action is going on. Past continuous tense and simple past tense. I was watching TV when Jim knocked the door. Jim has knocked the door. This action is in past, so it is past tense. But at that time, I was watching TV. That is continuing, ongoing process, so we use past continuous tense. Long action is watching TV, expressed with past continuous tense, and short action, that is knocked, expressed with simple past tense. Past continuous tense and past simple past tense. We often use the past continuous tense with the simple past tense. So, most probably, in every past continuous tense, we use past tense also. We use the past continuous tense to express the long action, and we use the past simple past tense to express a short action that happen in the middle of long action. Past simple and past continuous tense are used together when something happened in the middle of sentence something else. For example, the policeman broke his ankle while he was running after the dog. Here, broke is simple past tense and was running means it is used as continuous tense. So when policeman broke his ankle while he was running after the dog. He was running after the dog. That action was going on. At that time, he broke his ankle. Now, let's see the difference between simple past tense and past continuous tense. We use simple past tense to talk about completed action, habits, and facts in the past. For example, I went to the cinema yesterday. I always visited my grandparents in my summer holidays when I was little. I lived near Liverpool for a couple of years. But we use past continuous tense to express interrupted action, specific time as an interruption, and parallel action. I was watching TV when the phone rang. So the action is parallel. At that time, at specific time, I was watching TV. Last night at 7 p.m. I was having dinner. While she was doing her homework, her brother was playing football. Here you can see that one action happened. At that time, the second action was going on. So we can use their past continuous tense. Now, let's see structure of past continuous tense. With I, he, she, it, we will use was plus ing form of the verb. And with you, we, they, we will use were plus ing form of the verb. For example, we were staying in Paris. Now, I think you have understood this chapter well. Now, let's revise it. That past continuous form tense structure is subject plus was were plus ing form of the verb. In negative, we will use subject plus was were plus not plus ing form of the verb. In interrogative, we will use was or were plus subject plus ing form of the verb. This negative to make change into negative and interrogative we will study in next year. But this is only for your information. Now, then we have learned use of past continuous tense. At what time we use past continuous tense? So, to describe parallel action, we use past continuous tense. For example, while I was washing the dishes, I heard a loud noise. It is used to describe what someone was doing at a particular point in time. For example, I was working in the garden all day yesterday. It is used to express interrupted action in the past. For example, I was driving to work when I crashed my car. To describe repetition and irritation. For example, he was always complaining in the class. Now, let's revise it from extra mark also.
English past continuous tense. Dear friends, today we shall learn about past continuous tense, which is used when you have to relate the events that happened over a period of time in the past. Let us look at a few examples and then learn more about this tense. Examples: the baker was baking cakes. People were working in the bank. People were buying vegetables. We were eating ice cream. Did you notice the highlighted actions? Such actions have already happened and were continuous in nature. Thus, these actions are said to be in past continuous tense. These events started at some point in the past and finished at a specific point in the past. Let's try to understand the above diagram with the help of examples. I was eating dinner when it began to rain. The boy was in the process of eating and it started raining. She was cooking when I called her. The process of cooking was taking place and in between, the phone rang. At 11 a.m., I was playing football in school. Here, the act of playing football started before 11 a.m. and ended after 1 a.m. Let's look at the structure. Was or were combines with the verb plus ing to form past continuous tense. Let's look at Mr. Sharma's case. He has lost his house keys. Complete the sentences below using past continuous tense and help Mr. Sharma find his house keys. The places to look for the keys are Mr. Sharma's house, his car, the restaurant, or his office. Let's look in the house first. In the morning, at home, the keys dash on the table. Should it be were lying or was lying? Yes, the keys were lying on the table. Well done. Now do the next. When I dash, I kept the keys in the bag. What was Mr. Sharma doing? Were driving or was driving? Yes, it was when Mr. Sharma was driving that he had kept the keys in the bag. Good work. Now do the next one. When I dash coffee, I kept the keys on the table. Which of the two would be suitable? Was drinking or were drinking? Yes, he was drinking coffee. And keys were on the table. Good work. Now do the next one. When I dash out of office in the evening, I kept the keys on the table. What was Mr. Sharma doing? Was going or were going out? Well done! Mr. Sharma was going out of office and he had left the keys on the round table. Thanks for helping him find the keys. Now let's recall what we have learned. Past continuous tense is used to talk about any event that has occurred in the past over a period of time. These events were in continuous form and started and finished in the past only.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home. Stay safe.